I've been thinking a lot about innovation lately, and how does that happen? For me, it's having a great team that is empowered and given the space to do what they know how to do.
We get to realize ideas. And Apple people have some pretty crazy ideas.
Just to be with all these smart people here, it's hugely inspiring. Plus, you know you're working on a product that's going to reach millions of people. I mean, what could be better than that?
I take a lot of pride in what I do, and so does everyone I work with. And being around people who care so deeply about what they do, that really is what motivates me.
There are very few individuals that go into the level of detail that we do. We drive consistently for perfection.
But all those technical things, all they do is they add up to an experience to the customer that is seamless, that is easy, that is just natural.
That is so cool. I love it.
It all looks so smooth and seamless. Underneath, every single detail has thousands of people behind it.
We at Apple are looking for people who are passionate about what they do. And that passion, it doesn't necessarily come from experience. It doesn't necessarily come from education. It comes from within.
I think engineers are a special breed. A good engineer wants to take a problem and analyze all aspects of it and find out the best solution to it. Hi, I'm Jen. I'm an advanced manufacturing engineer at Apple. At Apple, you're very empowered to explore your ideas. Sometimes I get really caught up in projects and nothing else really matters, just trying to find the best solution. And I'll get so caught up in it, I don't even realize what time it is. Which is very similar with woodworking. Like, I can spend hours and I only thought it was a couple minutes. Problem solving in Apple is never the same, just like two pieces of wood are never the same. You have the freedom to mess up and keep going. Come up with new creative ways to advance the technology and advance the solution. We have the resources to go as far as we want with ideas. And no idea is too crazy.
We take a lot of pride in how we make things. Every single process that we design for a product is never about just that product. It is about pushing the limit on what could potentially be the signature for future products. I'm Shravan. I am a manufacturing design engineer at Apple. It's for us to figure out how do we define an engineering specification around what the designer is really looking for. Working together closely on how do we realize this vision. If you want to really understand how something is made, if you want to get into the details of things, if you want to be super creative, then Apple is the place. Knowing that you will make a difference, that's the most rewarding feeling for all of us.
I'm Cécile. I am an engineering manager at Apple working on acceleration for deep learning applications. For instance, an Animoji animation. If you smile, you want to see this thing smile. If you blink, you want to see this thing blink. You want a real-time response. That's why it's fun. We have so many teams working on different aspects, bringing each their little piece. To me, that's quite unique here. The best satisfaction that I've had is when I've collaborated with other teams. Can we squeeze 2 milliseconds out of this thing? Can we squeeze 10 milliwatts? That's the kind of questions we're trying to answer. You put different people from different backgrounds with different ideas, different experience. They can connect the dots, maybe in a better way. So that's the fun part. I take so many photos. Having that creativity outside of work really helps me understand how people are using this product.
I'm the engineering manager for the camera experience team at Apple. Under the hood, there's a huge complex system of things that have to happen. And it's my team's job to make sure that those are set automatically so anyone can take a really great photo. Because we're not just helping people take pictures, we're helping them capture their memories. My team and I take great pride in that.
We get to build the best products we can. As a hardware engineer, that is my responsibility. I love that Apple allows me to go really deep into my expertise and my specialty and the thing I like the most, and then pairs me up with people who are doing it in their field, and they're putting all these people together. You end up with this amazing long chain that is very, very talented and very, very good at what they do. Every single thing in this device is designed by us in-house. And so I can go talk to every single person who has a part that's nearby mine and make sure that it's designed in a way that works for everybody, which allows us to build what I think are the best products.
We're constantly trying to improve our products, and for me, it's the Apple Watch. My team supports the optical sensors. We have never had this kind of technology on a person ever before. So we turn the LEDs on. It's called photoplethysmography. That's the technology we use to determine what the heart rate is for a user. I think the Apple Watch is a fantastic fitness device. For me, it's all about being healthy for my children. My work has created a product that helps me and everyone live a better life. Being able to achieve that impact is hugely rewarding to me as an engineer. It drives me in a way nothing else does.
Sound is one of the most fundamental components of the whole experience. It's a large part of how we communicate, it's how we experience music. Even though it's invisible, if you take it away or it's not good, then people will start to notice. When you see how much complexity goes into the product, you realize that the details really matter. As an audio hardware engineer, I've always been someone who obsesses over the details. We want all of these little details to come together to make something even better. And that's why I love what I do.
When I was younger, I was super shy and I felt quite lost and I didn't quite fit in. My art was a safe haven for me. It was my little corner away from the world. When I joined Apple, I was encouraged to talk about art so much more, which has made me more confident. I love being able to share my art now, and I teach workshops as well. I love to share techniques and watch their face light up when they realize, I could do this. At Apple, we've always been free to bring what we love doing outside of work into work. You will always be encouraged to be better at what you do and to be the best possible version of yourself.
I really love taking portraits. If I see somebody that really captures my attention, I speak to them, I get to know them first. It's a dialogue. It's the same thing that I do at Apple. Every single person that you meet has something to teach you. As an expert, I try and learn something about them first, and then we go from there. It's not just a shop. It's a place where you learn.
Today at Apple, we have a photo walk.
It's a place where I can help others and inspire others by sharing my story, but also teaching them that they can do it too, that they can create beautiful images with this amazing device. Working at Apple, you can unapologetically be yourself and grow and thrive.
All right, what was that thing you were playing earlier? It sounded great.
I don't know, I think I was just like...
For me, music is everything. It allows me to experiment with different styles and try ideas, try new things, and keep inspiration flowing. My role at Apple ultimately is to stir that excitement in customers. Being able to empower people to do things that they've never done before is the beautiful part of being a specialist.
Okay, cool, nice.
When it comes to sharing music in store or when it comes to sharing music at a gig, having that platform to share what I love doing is just amazing.
The thing about music is that there's a certain part of the human experience that is hard to express any other way. I think that's why we seek out music, because it's like somebody coming alongside of you and going, hey, I'm feeling the same way that you do. That ultimately led me to Apple, because I thought if I could share what I think about it with people and some of that passion, I would really enjoy that. As a creative pro, my responsibility is to help people find that creativity within themselves. That's what a producer does on a record, but in that scenario, you're just working with that one person all day. At Apple, I get to meet 100 people a day and discover something new.
Today, we are gonna actually make a song together. What do you think?
So in a way, it's even more rewarding than when I was working in the music business, because I have more opportunity for it.
That's pretty cool, isn't it?
At Apple, I never have to put my creativity aside. The more I can bring with me, the better.
Patterns are a way for us to process the world that surrounds us. You find them in music, you find them in writing, in images. They're really kind of helpful to navigate your world. My name is Julia. I've been at Apple for over 25 years, working in machine learning and artificial intelligence. We find patterns that help people communicate through keyboards, through their camera, through their writing. The challenge is, how can we do it better for all of the languages that people speak and type? The ultimate goal is to help the world communicate better. That's what I love about my job.
When I came to Apple, I didn't know anything about technology. To now working as a genius has been quite a journey. I was a technical specialist for a couple of years. It has taken a constant willingness for me to have a curiosity about how a thing works and to want to know something more than I knew yesterday. Being a genius has impacted the way that I see myself, the way that I understand people, and the way that I see the world. To have a place like Apple that's so inclusive and so willing to embrace everyone and teach you whatever it is that you want to know has definitely changed my life.
When I moved here from a very, very small town, I felt out of place at first. I felt like I was somewhere where I didn't belong. Apple saw me personally, saw what I could provide for other people. I immediately felt like this is where I want to be. Mucho gusto, me llamo Jerónimo. I'm a tech specialist at Apple. Part of our job is to educate. Seeing somebody that looks lost, I see myself in them. It's just a matter of establishing that human connection. I want somebody else to feel the same way that I feel. Somebody else to feel accepted. Every single interaction ends differently, and every single interaction you learn from, so it's awesome.
When I joined Apple, Bluetooth was a new frontier. It was this nebulous thing that nobody knew anything about. Today, Bluetooth is ubiquitous and it's in every product under the sun. The AirPods were a culmination of really many, many years of developing and working with Bluetooth and understanding how it worked, what we could do with it, and what we could do new with it. It's really fun to create, to find something new, to be challenged by a problem. That's a core value of who we are. We start every project with one goal in mind: to make the experience magical.